What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching. I was going to do a record store day video when I first got the releases, but there was a couple I was going to get afterwards that I had to wait online. So they haven't even shipped yet. So I'm just going to do videos on them, or a video when they get here. So I'm going to talk about the few albums I got during record store day, and what I found also later in the day. So let's get it started. First, we'll start with the record store release. Of course, I had to get the Judas Priest live in Atlanta, 1982. This is my favorite era of Priest, early 80s. Screaming for Vengeance is my favorite Judas Priest album. I did a video on a Priest. It was my first ever video 5 years ago. Jesus Christ, where'd the time go? And, you know, it has a lot of stuff from late 70s, early 80s, even like Diamonds and Rust, Metal Gods, Bloodstone. Yeah, it's mostly, but what's cool about it is it has stuff from Point of Entry. You don't hear that too much anymore, like Desert Plains, Headed Out to the Highway. So, good stuff. 6,000 copies, I think, on red vinyl. This one I had to pick up just because, even though I had the original, it's a dual red and blue vinyl, and the second one was their Live at Donington 1980 tour supporting this album. And it's never been on vinyl, so I picked it up and wearing my Saxon shirt. So what else can you say about Saxon? Saxon, their second, third, and fourth albums are classics. And, you know, they're amazing live. And I just saw on Facebook just 10 minutes ago that their Hellfest live from last year, they're doing a live album for pre-orders coming out. So that's something to look forward to for Saxon fans as well. They're so consistent. They're amazing live. They're probably my third favorite metal band. They might even pass Priest because, or not Priest, but Maiden, because Maiden's just, some albums I love Maiden, other times it's like, eh. But Saxon, you know what you're getting. So I wasn't going to pick this one up because I've never seen the movie, but since they didn't have the other ones, I got this, Over the Edge. I've never seen this movie, but I know about it. It's like Teen Rebellion movie, based on true events from like 1973. I guess this neighborhood near San Francisco was being overrun by these teenagers, and, you know, breaking into buildings, and, you know, doing all this vandalism and shit. And it's Matt Dillon's first film. He was 15 years old at the movie premiere, so, or when he made it. But it's mostly just 70s bands: Cheap Trick, Surrender, My Best Friend's Girl, The Cars, You Really Got Me, Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix, Ramones. So it's not bad. So I'm like, it's a pretty decent soundtrack, so I picked it up. What I didn't get was the Dokken Beast from the East. I thought about getting it, but hell, the original is the same price. And the guy in front of me took it, so I'm like, well, fuck. And another one I was going to get was something interesting. It's like this Black Knight pinball game with Scott Ian doing all the instrumental work. So it was going to be like a soundtrack to the game. I've never played the pinball machine, but it sounded pretty cool. But somebody else bought that one, so that's the other two I was going to get. And the two other ones that are coming whenever, next week, because they haven't even shipped yet because they got so many damn orders after record store day. I'll do a video on those two. So while I was at my local store, Nail City Record in Wheeling, they did, you know, you got the shop first, so I looked around, and I couldn't believe I found this original pressing, Rage for Order. And I'm like, I have to grab it. $50, hell of a price for it. It's in perfect condition, so I got that. And I saw this because it's sealed. Now, I'm not a big Kansas fan, but I do like this album because it's more mainstream. It's like AOR, you know, I love AOR, so 80s sounding, so it's sealed. Couldn't beat it. And I got this cheapie because I'm like, I always liked this album. April Wine's kind of underrated band. Rest in peace, Miles Goodwin, last year, I think, maybe 2023. But I only got, like, it was like $2 or $3, so, you know, it has Sign of the Gypsy Queen, Just Between You and Me. They're two of their biggest hits. And then I went to a thrift store afterwards in Wheeling, and they had one album I really wanted, but I already spent too much on money, and that was Pump, Aerosmith, sealed, original pressing. It was only $100. That's a great deal, sealed. But I didn't get it because, you know, maybe I'll go back and get it next time. But found this. It's like $10. Helix, Walking on the Razor's Edge, you know, Rock You, Animal House, Give Me, Good Lovin', good album. And finally, I got this too. Being a big Jimmy Jamison fan, one of my favorite singers, rest in peace. I got Cobra, that one album he did, and of course the Survivor albums, a couple of his solo albums, and this is his first band, Target. It's more like ZZ Top, Southern rock type of sound. I have Captured also over there that I got years ago, and so I got the first two albums on vinyl. They recorded a third album that was finally released like 10 years ago, and it's only on CD. It was shelved because he left the band, I guess, but you can get that too. I forget the name of it, but I might get it now just to have all three albums. So that was my haul, and like I said, I got a couple more coming. I'll make the video when they get here, and let me know what you got on Record Store Day if you went. I mean, the hype's kind of like crap anymore, but sometimes I want to get something that I don't have. And what I really wish they would do is release albums on Record Store Day that never had an official vinyl release. That would be awesome. They do every once in a while. Some of their albums, every list has it that way, but most of them are reissues. I'm like, eh. So like I said, the Dokken, not a big deal. I have the CD. I can get the original for the same price. So, which is what I'd rather do anyways, get original pressing. So as always, I'll put a video here. Thanks for watching. Just wanted to make a quick video to update you on what I got. And as always, keep on rocking YouTube. See you soon.